Sorry, I'm having some technical issues. We'll have that sorted very shortly. I've also been struggling with the cats today because they're very, very cold and they really, really want to cuddle up. And it's been very hard to actually get like certain things done, I'll be honest. But now I should be able to do this a little bit faster. Yeah, no, I had to technically cancel the stream / restart the stream because restream didn't work, and now I'm doing the cleanup for that, so don't mind me. We'll get rid of that one. Go somewhere else and go fix the other thing. I know I also need to fix the thumbnail, right? Alright, delete that as well. There's that. Oh, I gotta fix a whole bunch of things now, don't I? YouTube thumbnails. That one. Okay, there we go. That's at least fixed now. I bet there's more to fix though. I have a feeling. Yep. My tags were not there. So with a bunch of other little details that I'm fixing. Getting there. Alright. Okay. Boom, I think we've fixed the stream now. And it should be working as intended. Ah. Gotta love technical issues in the morning. Yes, I know, it's unstable over there, shush you. Also, this isn't working. Okay. Right. Surely you realize you're supposed to be pulling from the thing now, right? There you go. And then of course this is not working. Layout editor. Save changes because that just refreshes it. And then we get back to Game Maker. Alright, yes, no. Hope everyone's had a good day so far. It's not been too bad. Oh. I went to bed early-ish last night, ended up waking up very early this morning. And not sure how I feel, I'm gonna be honest. We'll see how the day takes us, because yesterday was both productive and not productive. I got a lot of stuff done, but not as much stuff in the right areas that I would have liked. Which is always the pain in the ass, right? So I've got a long weekend ahead of me, which, yeah. Because I had to do some, like, emergency editing because we needed a short for last night. Which I need to go watch that at some point to see how that actually came out fully. I always watch my shorts when they come out on YouTube. Support myself. Like you should support me. Goddamn. What was the short last night? Ah, yeah, that's right, I remember. It's a good one. I do want to get a buffer done again, but like I just don't think I'm going to be able to edit a buffer again till semester break, when I can spend like a full day or two just going through and doing some editing, as well as I'm still editing that other thing that I wanted to have done this week, but like it's 30 minutes is a really long video, especially when it's got subtitles, so it's going to take a while. Because I need to basically go through and I need to edit the subtitles fully to make sure that they're aligned correctly and they're grammatically correct, because the program I used for it is does not like handling New Zealand English, as well as I do not speak the clearest at times, which I do want to try and do better at. I also don't use correct grammar, as I just showed a good example of. But screw correct grammar, who wants that? As long as I get my point across, no problem whatsoever. Okay. Let's close all. Where are we at with this project? What do we want to work on? I could work on shrines. Or I could start working on bosses. There's so much. This is the problem, right? Is there's so many little things I want to work on, but like, I don't want to work on them until I have the resources fully to work on them. And I also don't want to work on a bunch of them because I just don't want to work on them, right? Yeah, need to fix that. Continue cleanup. Finish crates. Still waiting on the UI for that. Find and fix the potential memory leak. It's persisting. Yeah, I still need to try and track down the intermittent leaks that I'm seeing from time to time. Not sure what's causing them. But I do need to, I think what we'll do today is I'm going to primarily work on cleanup. To bring this to a stage where, outside of like the essential stuff, I can send this over. Because I think we're at a stage where I do need to send the Git for this to my mate. So he can work off of, he can merge this into his stuff so it won't cause any problems long term. Just do a quick fetch to make sure he's not sent anything in. Good lord, there is so many fucking changes on this push. Alright, so what do I want to do? So I was thinking about a potential solution, quotation marks, to our enemy issue that we have at the beginning, where it seems to spawn one without a thing. So my first immediate thought is, how do we go about it the best? Is to basically fake spawn a few units and give a bit of a delay. So I want to do the delay first. So that actually probably means moving some of this to time sourcing. So a lot of shifting to functions. So it would be in here. So enemy creation, that's the enemy thing, stat scaling, get struck stats, get into this thing, change enemy stats, modify stats. So we're going to have function enemy whoops, good lord, where I don't even spell enemy correctly. Enemy, because we've got enemy spawning, right, which I think is this so how do I want to this is gonna look weird. So this is a system that I don't use often in this program. What were you gonna see? So I've used constructors before, which are structs that can be made pretty easily. Right, we've got that for the enemy structure. It's just a foundation net. This is different. So what we're going to send in is enemy list array. The Chad div, hey, how's it going? So we'll send in that. Is there anything else I'm gonna send in? Because no, I will only send this in. I think I know how I want to handle some of this external to this. So we're going to have to do some funky stuff. I might have to pull up that as a side screen, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah, that's going on the second monitor. So I can read as I go. So again, we're moving this old alarm to a function system that's a bit more malleable is the big thing. So let's set up our error checking. Also, I just saw something that I need to check. What? Oh, hey. Oh god, the music's not liking me tabbing out. Oh, that's that bill. Oh my god. I normally have one bill come in today. It's a very specific price. And I just saw a bill come in and I'm like, oh, it's that bill, but why is it more expensive than... No, it's another bill and it just happened to come out today as well. Because there's a bill that will come in today. It's not out yet. It'll probably be in about an hour. So I think it's like midway through stream normally. Well, not midway, but yeah. So anyway, error checks. Game. Pause. So I do need to do one thing. How am I going to do that? So by the way, this is not how this is supposed to be done. I'm going to do some things in a second to fix this. Because I'm just kind of writing things out that I need to check for. So it's here that we need the so if that's the case, this will probably actually need to be this. Okay. Now, how is this written again? It's I think that's it. Partly it. Okay. Alright, there we go. So, error checks. Then we go on to the spawning logic. So I can probably yoink most of this. Just edit it accordingly. So I believe... Can I do this? I might Google quickly and see if that's okay to do. Looks like I can. Maybe. I'm not sure that that's quite what I'm asking. Structs and constructors. Okay, maybe there's something about it in here. With the same name. Okay. Okay. Not sure that that gives me an answer to what I'm looking for, but hey. Actually, that's a good question, because some people are writing this. Oh. Is that how you're supposed to write it? No, because it's... Oh, I see. So yeah, it's function like this base. I just am wary of self works. It's stated above. Alright. The self keyword works with structs to pass reference of itself. Just note that it isn't an ID in the same way that this is. Oh, yeah. So you can't do numeric comparisons or anything with it, but you can access variables and such through it. That's actually more indicative of what I kind of wanted for info. Cool. So that's self-referencing structs. I'm just going to double check it. Alright. Sorry, yeah, no, I see you on both platforms, Pretzel. I'm just distracted by reading. Yes, Nom Nom Burger. Yeah, no, I saw that. Are you enjoying Burger 80? That's one thing I wish we had more of here, is emotes on both platforms. One day. No, that doesn't seem like what I'm asking. Very recently to clarify the keywords self and other a bit more along blah blah blah. Those aren't published yet, though being the okay. There shouldn't be any exceptions for self, but simply self refers to the current scope and other to the scope from which you ended up in the current scope, yeah. The exception being events, where other refers to the same thing as self, i.e. the current scope. The tricky thing being that what self refers to remains undetermined until you actually use it to access a variable with the dot operator or in a width statement. For example, if you look at this code, when the call to show debug message executes is evaluated, other refers to the instance. Its variable holds the value self, which refers to the current scope, which is the scope of A. Oh, good lord, that's... Twitch emotes are the best. Yeah. There is something you like in here? What? Code you post doesn't copy the value of instance B's X into instance A though. It's the other way around. Wait, what? I'm gonna have to test this out, but I think this should work. Channel points? I don't think I can get it until like I've actually done stuff on Twitch, right? I don't think there's a thing like I can just enable and, or like that's what the problem is that I haven't enabled it. I think that's the case. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I just need like, what was the things? There was... Twitch is too delayed. It's not that it's delayed, it's that I'm too busy reading other things, I'll be honest. I think it's achievements. Yeah, here, build a community, reach 50 followers, get 5 people chatting at the same time. Then that's one of the things to the path of affiliate, which I think is what I need. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe it's path to partner? Because I think path to affiliate's way more, right? It's one of those two. I need to be either a partner or an affiliate to have access to that stuff. We don't have that on YouTube? Yeah. Alright. So, to my understanding, this should work. We will see. I mean, there's all the spawning code I need anyway. Let's see. Unless we recruit someone will get raided. I mean, realistically, yeah. Right? Like... I do know some Twitch streamers I could possibly nag for that. I mean, I work for one. Off to the side. But, I don't really care. Again. If I wanted to make all of these things work and monetize everything and yada yada yada, then I would be doing a lot differently. I think I've said that before. This channel is not quite there. Specific VTuber on the game's branding and praise their raid. I mean, I could always negotiate one of my contracts. Hey, by the way, once this happens, you need to raid me. At least once. That'd be a funny contract to write. No. Okay. So let's try this out then. So we need new, first of all, we need to have, is a thing. Rated slow as your discomfort streamer. It happens, eh? Like, the amount of times I've seen, like, yeah, the big people just raid a smaller person because, haha, funny. There's levels to that I can like and dislike, right? Like, if I was rated by someone that had like even 100 and something viewers, and like even a quarter of them were active, I don't know how I would handle that. Never mind, you're my discomfort streamer. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I'm gonna assume it is. Okay, and then I was gonna make a function for that, wasn't I? Making a time source that triggers itself and then also sends it into the pause array. I don't know if I should do that right now, though. What is that emote? I can't hover it over in that. It's melting face. Why are you melting? you go into the water again. You know how that affects witches. Sorry. Funny enough, despite it having strict rules on age, Twitch is way more 12-year-olds. Yeah, it really fucking does. Honestly, okay, this is maybe a weird thought. I actually think Twitch is a really decent platform for a lot of things. I think they screw up a lot still. I just think that, again, like, there's so many misunderstandings on their platform, and the fact that they have to be so quick to adapt. I mean, like, there's the jokes of the Twitch metas, right? Where, like, there'll be a Twitch meta for a little, like, a week, and then they have to ban it. And it's like, yeah, but that's because they do want to try and cater to most ages. God. When did I start watching you? I don't know. It's been a while. It was sometime last year, right? Would have been... I mean, it's over half a year is the thing. It's well over half a year now. I would say it's late last year, because that was when I really dedicated to streaming and I had a few more people pop up like you and Roger. I think it was like November, right? Sounds right. How do I want to handle this? Let me check. Go right the head. I don't know the easier way to check that stuff though, admittedly. Okay, now I probably do want to make that function. Me and the boys die while farming. What was that one? I don't even remember that stream. Oh no, I have another one though that was me and the boys commit crimes while farming. That was one. That was over 2 years ago, that stream. Dude, there's been so many streams. If you told me I titled it that, like a stream that, the fact that I had to check shows how much I'm like, I do not remember. You stream like several times. Here, come here, Cap. Several times a week for like actual years. I'm trying to remember every fucking title you had for videos. Look, I know you don't like this, but you ain't cleaning this shit. Your nose is bad. Yeah. Done. Alright. Yeah, 'cause how do I want to handle that? Okay, I need to make a script. Do I have a section for this already or no? Not really, so let's just make a new one. So function, time source create with pause array push. It is a hell of a long titling, but you know, it works. So what I need is a function, and second of all is arguments if we have them. So the other stuff we're going to put in here is a bunch of other silly little things. So the first thing I actually do want to have in before argument, because this one's going to also need to be filled in, is unit type equals seconds by default. Okay, then parent equals time source game by default, and then so we start putting these in. parent. Units. Unit type. Funk. Args. Reps equals 0 by default, and expire. Popped in 9 months ago. There you go. Good lord. That was early on in the streaming of this game. Huh. How far it's come. You made the mailbox joke? Oh god, yeah. How far we've come. Right, expiry time may be nearest or after. What is it default to? The first frame after its expiry. No, we want the frame of its expiry. Nearest, I think, is the best way to have the default. Yeah. Which guess... yeah. Do be true. I mean, what? I fucking love that shit. I still haven't watched up to date on that. I really should. Source start. Time source. Then array. Push. Oops, that's not what I want. Push. Not a gremlin in disguise. Don't even try that shit with me. I know that's a fucking lie. My phone just fell over, god damn it. Send it. Wrong one, nice. That should be fine, right? Because that's within the scope of itself. Okay, so let's go back to enemy controller. Function. Enemy spawn. No, wait, it's enemy dot enemy, oops, spawning struct dot spawning, enemy spawning was what I called it. Spawning funk. Good lord. Anyway, I must go eat sand. What do you... What? Sorry, I am very distracted at the moment, so I do apologize that I'm not probably responding all too well at this very moment. It is just, this is a bit of a complex concept that I'm trying to play around with here. How often does spawning occur currently? It's every 100 frames. This is a 30 FPS game, so yeah, it's not anywhere near enough, right? Let's do the spawning ticks every second and see how that goes. There. And then I'm going to comment out the spawning. I mean, if I'm gonna just do that, then we might as well use this. It was just 5 and there's nothing else to it. I wonder how this will work. I expect a crash, but I'm interested. It's either it crashes or no enemies spawn. Or it worked. But the first two are more likely. Because there's a lot of things that could be going wrong here. And we got a crash. Let's go. Illegal time source repetition value 0. Oh, is it not allowed to have a 0? It's needed a default 1? That's fine. Well, I got a crash, so whoever bet on crash, well done. Got another crash. Okay, I'm going to abort so I can actually read this. Okay, so the self is breaking it. Because technically the thing's not there. It's within scope environment, so it should, that makes sense. I'm just wary of within scope pushing like this. Pushing to the arrow. Okay. So far no enemies, but I think I set it as 5-second timer. Oh my god, enemies are actually spawning. But there's still our boy here. Oh, that looks so weird. Okay, so I know what's just happened there that I do not like. I can fix that relatively easy. By desyncing the spawn. It sounds really weird to say that, but that's actually what's the issue there. Is the spawning is on an exact second. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to desync it. We'll desync it in the other direction. We'll do 0.9 and it will look better. But the dude still spawns with the issue. Why? What is part of the initial spawn cycles that causes this issue? Hello, okay. That was weird. I don't see him this time. Holy shit, the enemies are spawning way more rapidly. I could easily scale down the spawn rate though. I actually think that this is good, but I need to change the spawn rate. Oh, hello. Oh, I need to put my arrow checks here as well, I think. Okay, cats, please. Should we just make an error check function at this point? Change this from being pausing to system. And then go back into here. Pause, let's see, function. Pause. Check. I'll do something with that in a sec, but it will genuinely be like... What was the other one that we had? We can add that, yeah. Oops. Whoops. There we go. Also, yes, I see I've got double equals there. That's not what I wanted to press. I wanted to press backspace, not F12. This pause check actually is going to probably be quite useful. Because what I could do is I could pass in some things to do as well. Right? Depends on how I want to handle it. But we'll leave it at this for the moment, because this will just speed up what we're writing at this stage. So, can I just write check and find them easy? No. Okay, room check RM game. And then pause check. I shouldn't need a pause check because it's getting pushed into the thing. Just realized. so we need to wait till 5 seconds. Now I'm going to stand still and see if we see our invisible fella. We do still have the invisible fella. Okay, let's just speed up the kill. Board. Unable to find instance for object. You shouldn't be checking for the object because it should be wrong room, dumbass. Do I need to actually have the room check around this then? Try that. A more precautionary approach. So let's just close that sub window on the second screen. It's clogging up my stuff. I am definitely getting to the point where a third monitor is like very much a consideration. And I find that extremely hilarious. So why is this dude having an issue with his spawn? Okay, that resolved that issue. So that clearly just didn't work. Might revisit those later. Why would he potentially not work? What is about this script that could potentially lead to an error in spawning? And just once, as well, it seems. Just once in the early stages, not even guaranteed. No, that seems fine. So what if I take a slightly more bad approach? Again, this is kind of what I was talking about, is like there is an approach I could take that is bad, that is genuinely bad. Which is, okay, I want to create a new script. Enemy color unit. What if I spawn and then I cull? And just hide the fact that there is a buggy character enemy. Okay, so again, we're looking for that. Is there any invisible dudes? There is. Interesting. Why though? Just gonna do this as a repeat twice, because again, it seems to be like that second lot of spawns that typically cause the issue. Because it doesn't say, it was like 7, I think it is, typically. I could reduce this time to make this a bit better, but hey. Well, there's no invisible boy this time. So if I'm naughty and just do it that way, it works. Not happy about this being how I do this. There should be a better answer. Okay, so this can be moved from 5 seconds to 4 seconds. There is a reasoning as to why I'm kind of keeping it that long. So the enemies are spawning at about 10-second marker. That's going to be about the same. I, in fact... want to change this. If I can. To give a little bit of irregularity. I think that'll look nice. Okay. I'm super actually happy that all of this has worked out as well as it has. This is interesting though, for future reference. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, da. All right. Oh. That's pretty cool though. Okay. So what this also means we can do. So this is for future reference for everyone. So we've talked about this before. There is intended to be more than one map. And you can kind of like choose the maps that you'd go to. That's part of what the portals will also have. So you can kind of select your map. What this means is I can make an enemy list for each map. And I can then just send in the rules for the map. Like I can, this default is just a default, right? We can actually make it so it will construct specific ones based on which map it is. And then we can pass in the list, the enemy list, as we need to. Which is really, really useful. So now this no longer actually spawns the enemies, which is pretty cool. You can write this code in your editor, thanks. I don't care, but hey. Alright. Sorry, my brain's like kind of just getting over the fact that that worked out as cleanly as it did. In fact, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to have this have a target. But I'm going to have it default enemy unit. Come on. So this gives me the ability to do that on this now. Let's see, enemy cull unit target. Which is nice. This actually was a huge upgrade that I've been meaning to do, and that was done really, really quickly and nicely. I'm happy about that. This is something I will openly admit to, right? Is that there is a lot of old problems that exist in this game that I do need to fix, that I just keep forgetting to fix. That was one of them. And I did see the other day, I think I talked about it on stream even on Wednesday, how like these are the only some of the few alarms, because I was talking about that with my friend the other day, is that like there's not that many alarms left in the game and I probably should just move them from being alarms. The fact that this system here, this is all of my enemy spawning systems now. And it finally accounts for that one dude that would spawn without the thing, which admittedly in a really horrific way, and I do not like it long term. But if I cannot find a better answer, then I might as well do this. Right. So there we go. We have enemy spawning a bit better managed. It now has a small delay cycle on it, which is a huge deal in my eyes. Because that was something that kind of always been an issue. Okay, so I said that the repeats needed to go down, right? Because I like the spawn rate, but I don't quite like the spawn amount. So I times that 0. Wait, it's because so this was 4 before. So how this would work is that for each one it would go in. It would minus by 2. Then it would become 0. If it was 3, then it would become minus 2. Oh, I kind of see what I did there. Yeah, let's just have it at 2. Half the spawn rate. It's going to be reliant on minutes at that point anyway, right? Like, okay, if it's 4 minutes, that's 4 times 2 is 8. So 4 times, no, it's because it will have an eventual where it will hit a 0 point. Okay, so I do need to fix that. Okay, clearly something going wrong there. Okay, was that this or was that a random time? I'm assuming it was the random time. Because I saw an error pop up in the debug log. No, it was the minus. Interesting. Okay, see, this is why I want the spawn times to be off, is what you're seeing right there. Okay, so when I randomize it like I do, it doesn't randomize every time it triggers. It randomizes on the point of creation. That's not what we want. If it randomizes every time, we we're going to keep that, but no, we're going to do 0.9 then. But yeah, so I need to be careful of a flow over problem with the spawning then. So I can't times this by 2. Just, I physically cannot. Oh no, wait, okay, let's do the maths here. So, if we have 1 minute, that's 2 there, and it's 2 there. So it will always be... Then what's the point in having either of them? It'll always equal the same value, no? So what I should actually be doing is I should remove this and probably remove this and reduce this. Would make more sense. Yeah, it's because if it's minus by what would be equivalent to the minutes times 2. Yeah, no, why was it? Okay. But I still wanted a scaling with minutes because that makes sense. But yeah, so we've moved it to 0.9 now because, again, like, if we don't have it irregular, it looks super laggy. Ooh, Invisible Boy is back. That's not good. I thought we got rid of you. But yeah, if they spawn all at the same time, then they all move at the same time, which makes it look like it's really laggy and buggy. Which is not what we want. Oh, I guess it scaled the newer one, right? That's what it was doing. So the newer one would scale against the minutes. It's because now the bunnies are going to be spawning in equal measure as the slimes, which was not what we wanted. Damn. Didn't trigger in time. Okay, so... Wait, what's broken? It needs one more. There we go. So, what this should do is then it should counteract the minute that it came from. Alright. So currently, slimes will spawn at 4. And bunnies will spawn at... and then when the next minute ticks over, slimes will spawn at 6 per tick. per spawn, whereas bunnies will spawn at so that'll be 2 plus 2, so it'd be 4. Okay, so let's put this at 3 then and see if that just improves the system. I do need to floor the number, I think, because spawn rate could potentially be put with integers. With float values. So we need to do an error prevention for that. Yeah, and there's him again. He's very inconsistent, but he'll turn up. God, Iron Mouse damage has come down quite a lot since early stages of testing. So bunnies are spawning, but comparative to slimes, still easily getting outnumbered. Good, that's kind of what we wanted. Alright, we survived. I'm gonna be honest, that's the part about Iron Mouse that's gonna be so fucking broken, is that you just survive to your first ult and then you're set. Or fairly set. Just hope you get all of the stuff you need in the early stages. Still a lot of bunnies spawning. But I guess it's because they're also faster that they're able to get to the player more. Because if we look at that kind of group there, that's way more slimes, I believe. And slimes also die way faster. Okay. The fact that it doesn't kill them is actually a bad sign, because it should be dealing their health. But it's probably because of armor, because I don't actually have a thing scaling against armor. Cool. Should be very hard to kill now. Not quite. Okay. That reminds me, I need to change Hanabi a little bit, because I wanted to change Hanabi to be a little bit more a reference to something in particular. So I'm gonna have to do max health plus armor, I think, is what I'm gonna have to start doing with insta-kill attacks. Which I should probably just make a function for, right? It's like, oh, this is instant kill damage. Because the fact that, yeah, they survive that is not okay. Oh, that seems like it's not working correctly at all. Is it not removing itself anymore? Guess it's not. It's kind of weird. Kind of cool though. Oh yeah, I'm also probably now just unkillable. Especially once I level that up fully. Because I think that gives armor at the highest level now. And I just do way too much damage. Again, this is kind of the point of this character, right? They're supposed to have absurd scaling, but like bit of a rough early game. Get reflection just for movement speed. Let's go. Sure, Sakura Storm as well, and Ink Sprayer. I know why those are gliding. It's a very common issue that we've got across the board and things. But I do find that really funny. We have a lot of DOT, by the way, stored. Like a lot. I like that they just increase in size like after a split moment. That's mildly entertaining to me. Sure, Truckun, let's go. Good lord. So we managed to hit all of this kind of by the 7-minute mark. Almost maxed out with everything. I find very interesting to kind of think on. Again, Iron Mouse, all just becoming late game, intended to be how you pick up EXP. Nothing more. So sure, you can wipe the screen, but like, I'm gonna be honest, if you get to late game with this kind of character, you're not supposed to have issues clearing the screen. You'll have issues moving about, potentially. Look at them isekai trucks go. I don't do much damage, man. I feel like getting hit by a truck should actually do a bit more damage. They offer more knockback than anything. It's kind of entertaining. I'll never get over the fact that these just look like people to me. That was always how like I saw them when I drew these puddles. They look like a person. And when I redraw them, they're gonna still look like people. Somewhat. They're gonna look a bit better though. One day when I go through and do all of the redraws. So yeah, now enemies are spawning like pretty heavily at the 9-minute marker, which is kind of the idea to an extent. It is a little hard to pass what's going on though. But to be fair, there's also some issues going on, which is probably not helping that. I'm wondering if the numbers need to appear behind the player for healing. Or if they need to appear like a minimum distance away so you can always see the player. Because I look at that, you genuinely, the numbers just covered over Iron Mouse. Maybe that's the satisfying thing though. So maybe that's what is wanted. They're like, oh hell yeah, we don't even see the character because of how much I'm healing. Alright. What did the most damage there? Did the most damage. Well, a lot of the damage. Idle Song did an extremely large amount. Ink Spray did quite a lot as well. Aura Slash did a fair bit. Iron Mike did fuck all. Sakura Storm did... The fact that Sakura Storm did as much as it did comparative to Iron Mike is a concern to me. That a character that's literally based around this weapon is not doing enough damage. I think the scaling is dumpstered a little bit. Might need to go back and fix that at some point. It's the difficulty of you don't want the weapon to be OP on some character. Wide mass. Yeah, I do love the fact that like the sprites are wide versions in the post game lobby thing. All of the characters are, but it's really funny on some of them, especially the smaller ones like Iron Mouse. To be fair, that screen's supposed to look very, very different eventually, but that's eventually. That'll be something I try and make it wider. No. I'm not gonna make it wider. Maybe we'll make a cheat that you get wide version. Instead of big head mode, it's a wide. Wide mode. Alright, well, I'm actually really happy with the changes. Though, there's some cleanup that obviously needs to be made still. But it's nice. I like that. Much better system. Make it wider the more you do in that mode. Well, I mean, that's the main game, so less of a mode, but yeah, I get what you're meaning. I mean, there's some technical stuff there. Is today done already? I might, honestly. I don't think there's much else really to work on. And I do have, again, lots of shite bearing down on me. That's why these streams at the moment have been as flaky. It's just assignments. Assignments are due. I have, outside of this week, 2 weeks, and then my semester should be over. I believe. When you yeah, no, I could do a Yu-Gi-Oh card. So yeah, no, like, not next week, but the week after, I'm gonna probably be a bit more spotty than even at the moment. Next week I might stick to just the 3 streams like I did this week. Just give me time. It's probably just the best way to do it. Oh. But yeah, like week after next, I don't know. I might stream like once just to like maintain the fact that I'm streaming, and then we'll take the Monday off the next week, and then we'll probably be back for 4 days the next week. Unless I've got catch-up stuff. Well, again, we'll see how it goes. I'll play it by ear. I'm not gonna commit anything too much at the moment. Endemon, the Mighty Master of Magic. What a fucking name. Okay. Doesn't have much text, so this will be done quick. Oh, you know, oh god, I already see that he's a pendulum. Fucking Christ. Alright. I still don't understand pendulums, man. I think it's really simple compared to Boneheimer. You mean the card that has a fucking effect? No effect? It's great. Alright. Oh, I hate that. So, pendulum effect, ignition-like condition. Alright. Don't know what the fuck that means. You can remove 6 spell counters from your field. Special summon this card from the pendulum zone, then count the number of cards you control that can have a spell counter. Okay. Destroy up to that many cards on the field, and if you do, place spell counters on this card equal to the number of cards destroyed. You can only use this effect of Endium, the Mighty Master of Magic, once per turn. How do you get a spell counter? Like, what is a spell counter? I need to know that. Le puissant maître de magie. Spell counter is a counter that doesn't exist, but it does each time you don't place one. Makes sense. Not sure it does. It's a counter that doesn't exist, but it does each time you don't place one. Some cards say you can put a counter on a card, and if it's sent to the graveyard, you lose that counter. Okay. I kind of get that. It's kind of like the XYZ material, right? To an extent. So I'm assuming there will be cards that say like, I can have a spell counter on me then. Is that what I'm understanding? monster effect. Once per turn, when a spell slash trap card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can return. Let's start with a really old card from 2004, Breaker the Magic Warrior explains that. Oh, okay. Well, that actually probably is a good bet then, because that's a card I feel like I recognize the name of. Wait. It's in strategic, yeah. That's why I feel like I recognize it, because I own Joey's original deck. Wait, what? Did I misspell? Let's just try Breaker and see if that gets me in. Okay, I misspelt, I guess. If this card is normal, someone place one spell counter on it, max 1, gains 300 attack for each spell counter on it. You can remove one spell counter from this card, then target one spell trap on the field and destroy that target. See, now this is actually this could be a decent card. I think the stats are a little but like this I can see being an okay-ish card in a deck that would use this. But yeah, so the cards would specifically mention spell counters. Got it. I understand this. I'm getting there. Alright, so the monster effect. You can return one card from you control with a spell counter to the hand. And if you do negate the activation. It's there. It's 2004. Yeah. Hey, I'm not saying I remember mechanics back then. I collected the cards and traded them. I didn't do jack shit. Right, and if you just do that, what? And if you do, negate the activation. If you do that, destroy it. What? Wait. Then you can place the same number of spell counters on this card that the return card had. Well, this card has a spell counter, your opponent cannot target it. This card effects, also cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. When this card, with a spell counter is destroyed by battle, you can add one normal spell to your deck, from your deck to your hand. Negate. Yeah, no, I know about negate. I'm just trying to like get the contexting down of everything. So when it's a pendulum, you can summon it to the field and do a board wipe. And then while it's a monster, you can just keep stacking spell counters on it. If you negate it, it's also destroyed. Yeah, so it's return it to your hand, or negate, basically choose to negate it and destroy it, is what I'm understanding, right? So, but that's only your cards. Yeah, you can return one card you control with a spell counter to your hand. So, because that's why I was confused until I read that next bit of the, then you can place the same number of spell counters onto the, which I think that wording is fucking horrendous, right? Like, that is actually foul writing of that. Then you can place the same number of spell counters on this card that the returned card had. Or just have it as this card gains equal spell counters to the, yeah, for one more, sure. By the way, my thoughts on this card is I can see this being really strong. I can see this being strong. The fact that it's got potentially multiple negates or like it's untargetable sort of thing, but the stats just kind of, I don't know if they're there. Again, my feelings on pendulums are weird because I don't fully understand the mechanic or the charm of the mechanic. Because I feel like there's a delay aspect to them. Wait, I saw it a second ago. Oh, Musk. There we go. I thought it was Mask. Ah, yes. That's much better. Way more complex. $2,400 is where high stats begin. Yeah, I'm not disputing that, but it's like it's 400 more than that for a card that I would like. This requires a good bit of setup, right? Because you need 6 spell counters on the board to even be able to actually have it as a monster. So you need to have activated as a pendulum. You need to not have it removed in this time, and you need to be able to get it to get 6 spell counters on the board. So you probably only play this after you've got that guaranteed, unless you pendulum summon it. Well, that's the thing, right? It's like you pendulum summon it, and then you can then you bring into the board. That's how you do it, right? You can just use pendulum summon. Nobody uses that, I guess. Yeah. Point is, I do not think this is that great. If it's being a spell, yeah, like it's got a bit of, again, it's one of those things of like, okay, so it's got the chance of a board wipe, it's got a decent body, not great, and it's got immunity, right? It can you cannot be targeted with card effects, which is pretty good because you're going to probably consistently have spell counters on him, right? I would assume most of the time this card has a spell counter on it. I would very much be surprised if it wouldn't. Have you seen IC 1000? You don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, no, this was, yeah, an incredible card. There are non-targeting card effects. Good point. But it also, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. There you go. So it's a safety. It's safe. This card is safe. But at what cost? Oh boy, this card is safe. Wow, I've got a body on the board that's decent, while my opponent could potentially just, like, I don't know, one-turn combo destroy me. There are so many sus effect monsters. Yeah, I did assume so. I mean, you just sneak that shit in. It's the same as, was it Maya from Persona? I think that's what it's called. No. What is it called again? The penis one. Is it Mara? Yeah, there you go, Mara. I mean, you pendulum summon this along with 5 other negate monsters. Yeah, I guess, like, again, it's kind of one of those, I can see it being good. I personally don't value it very high. Like, again, I'm not saying that there's a very good chance that there is like a top 20 or 30 deck that has Indium, right? Or like that kind of combo. I could see it being played into high level if you've got all the stuff for it correctly, but yeah. And you sit and pray that your opponent sucks. Yeah, like I'm kind of sitting there like that. Until it's down, it's disruptible, right? Pendulum in general sucks. That is kind of that's kind of where I stand with it, right? Is to my understanding, Pendulum was a failed mechanic for Yu-Gi-Oh! I could be wrong on this, but most of the time in the decks that I have seen, Pendulum never succeeded. Fusion did, XYZ did, and Synchro did. But Pendulum didn't. Oh, Link did, right? Link hugely succeeded, I would actually argue, for how much it changed the potential of the game. And that's because they're a bit more straightforward, and they don't have to... I wouldn't say that, it's still being produced and it's a lot better than it was. Okay, that's fair, right? Like, they found a better rhythm for it and all that. The card design, I mean, yeah. Okay. But just, no, I think Pendulum was a failed concept initially. It may have gotten better, it may have gotten worse, whatever. Point is that, like, the idea of it was... It was filling a space I don't think they needed to fill, right? Like, Link arguably is the same argument, like the same idea of it you didn't need Link monsters, but it's interesting. It's added a new dynamic. Can we get rid of this off the screen? What do you mean? What's wrong with Mara? It's a great persona. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up there. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. You're awesome. Stay awesome. And I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.